Alex's eyes opened slowly. At first there was only white light. Blinking, he tried to move, but his body felt heavy, stiff, like it had forgotten how to work. A soft hum filled the air, a sound unlike anything he had heard on Earth. He looked around. Everything glowed with pale blue lights and strange machines surrounded him. "Careful, human," said a voice, trembling with concern. "You've been in a coma for over 20 years. Alex's heart skipped a beat. He tried to speak, but his throat felt dry as if it had been sealed for decades. The voice came again, gentler this time. "I am Vorin, your overseer. Do not panic. You are safe." Alex turned his head. There, standing beside a tall, slender machine that looked almost alive, was an alien. Its skin shimmered faintly, like light reflecting off water. Its eyes were large, luminous, and full of worry. Tentacle-like structures moved subtly from its head, twitching when it sensed his reaction. Alex's mind reeled. "Coma. 20 years?" He whispered, his voice barely audible. "Yes," Vorin said, moving closer. "You were placed in stasis to preserve your life. Earth, your home. It has changed. So has the galaxy." Alex's mind struggled to process the words. 20 years. His friends, family, everything. His heart ached, and yet a strange excitement surged through him. He was alive. Against impossible odds, he was awake. Vorin noticed his hesitation. "I will guide you. There is much you need to know, and little time. Please stand slowly. Your body may not be accustomed to movement." Alex swung his legs over the edge of the sleek, transparent bed. Every muscle screamed in protest. He rose, gripping the edge for support. The floor beneath him shimmered and hummed softly as if alive. He could see faint patterns moving beneath its surface, guiding him step by step. "Where am I?" Alex asked, trying to focus. "You are aboard the station Aurora Prime, orbiting the planet Zephyra," Vorin replied. "This station has observed the galaxy for centuries. Humans are rare now. Extremely rare. You are special." Alex felt a mix of pride and fear. Special? The word felt heavy with responsibility. He stepped forward cautiously. The hallway stretched endlessly, walls glowing faintly with pulsing light. Strange symbols moved across the surface, unreadable yet somehow familiar in rhythm. Vorin floated alongside him, guiding him gently. Why me?" Alex asked. "Why am I here?" Vorin's glowing eyes dimmed slightly, a gesture Alex would later understand as sadness. "Humans have a resilience we could not replicate. Your species has imagination, intuition, and courage. These qualities are rare among galactic civilizations. You were preserved because your mind and body could survive, when others could not." Alex swallowed hard. The thought that humans, his people, were nearly gone, filled him with a mix of sorrow and determination. He had to understand this new world and find his place in it. The hallway opened into a vast observation chamber. Through the transparent walls, Alex could see the expanse of space stretching endlessly. Stars of every color dotted the darkness. Planets rotated slowly, their surfaces glowing with life. Ships, unlike anything he had ever seen, floated gracefully around Zephyra. Some were massive, casting shadows across the planet's glowing surface. Others moved with incredible speed, darting between moons like fireflies. This is incredible," Alex whispered. His eyes were wide with awe. "Yes," Vorin said softly. "The galaxy has changed while you slept. Alliances formed. Empires fell, and now you awaken at a time when your species may still make a difference." Alex turned to the alien. "Make a difference?" How? Vorin hesitated. "There are threats in the galaxy. Rogue factions seek power and control. Many civilizations are unprepared. Humans, however, humans think differently. Your creativity, your ability to act when logic fails, can tip the balance. You may be humanity's last hope." Alex's stomach twisted. He felt fear, but also a spark of excitement. He had spent years in a coma, powerless, and now somehow the universe had given him a second chance. A chance to matter, to change the future. Vorin led him to another chamber filled with strange devices. Holographic screens floated in midair, displaying galaxies, star systems, and planets. Alex reached out and touched one. A map of Zephyra's surface appeared, detailed and precise. Cities, forests, and oceans glowed with light. Ships moved along invisible paths, their destinations unknown. "You will need to understand our technology," Vorin explained. "It will seem strange at first, but your mind is adaptable. Humans are surprisingly quick learners." Alex nodded slowly. I will try." Vorin's form shimmered slightly, a sign of approval. Good, but first you must adjust to your body. It has not moved in decades. Then we will begin your education in the ways of the galaxy. Days passed. Alex's muscles ached, but he gradually regained strength. Vorin guided him through exercises that tested balance, reflexes, and endurance. He learned to manipulate alien devices, to read alien languages, and to navigate the station's complex systems. Every day he discovered something new. Lights that changed color with thought, floors that responded to movement, and machines that seemed almost alive, reacting to his presence. But as Alex explored, questions bubbled up. What had happened on Earth? How had humans nearly disappeared? Why was he preserved for so long? Vorin noticed his curiosity. All will be revealed in time, the alien said. You must be patient. The galaxy is not as simple as Earth was. You will face challenges, moral dilemmas, dangers. But your perspective, your humanity, will be needed. One evening, Alex stood at the observation deck again, staring at the stars. He felt small and fragile, yet filled with a strange strength. He had slept through 20 years of history, yet he had awoken to a universe full of possibilities. Somewhere out there, humans might still survive. Perhaps his actions could help. Vorin floated silently beside him. You are not alone, Alex. You have allies, even if they are different from what you once knew. Together, we can prepare for the challenges ahead. Alex took a deep breath. I want to try. I want to understand. I want to help. The alien's glowing eyes softened. Then your journey begins. As Alex looked out at the endless expanse of space, a sense of purpose settled within him. He did not know what awaited in the galaxy, but he knew one thing. He had awoken for a reason. Humans may have been rare, but their spirit, their determination, could still shape the stars. And for the first time in 20 years, Alex felt truly alive. The hum of the station, the glow of the stars, and the quiet, steady presence of Vorin reminded him that he was no longer alone. The galaxy was vast, full of wonders and dangers alike. And though he had slept for decades, his story, his real journey, was just beginning. Alex had begun to grow used to the hum of the station and the soft glow of the walls. Yet nothing could prepare him for what he would see when Vorin led him outside the medical chambers. The doors slid open silently, revealing a vast alien city. Towering structures shimmered in shades of blue and green, their surfaces smooth and reflective, as if built from a single piece of crystal. Hovering vehicles moved gracefully between the towers, leaving trails of sparkling light behind them. Alien beings of every shape and size walked the streets, some floating, some with multiple limbs, others with translucent wings. Alex could not stop staring. Every corner of the city seemed alive. Holographic displays floated in the air, showing messages in languages he did not understand. The air smelled faintly sweet, mixed with the metallic tang of energy. His pulse quickened. Where am I? Alex asked, his voice barely above a whisper. This is the capital of Zephyra Station, Vorin said, a hub of knowledge and technology. And soon it may be the center of a great conflict. But first you must understand the world you now live in. Alex stepped cautiously onto the street. His legs were steady now, stronger than they had been in the medical chamber. Every step felt surreal. Creatures passed by, some pausing to glance at him with curiosity. He realized with a start that the alien seemed fascinated by him. Why do they look at me like that? Alex asked. Vorin's luminous eyes softened. Humans are extremely rare. Your kind is nearly extinct. Some consider humans a legend, stories from another age. You are living proof of a species they thought lost forever. The words made Alex's heart ache. Humans almost gone. His mind flashed to Earth. Streets he once knew, the smell of rain, the warmth of sunlight on his skin. Were all those memories all that remained of his people? Humans are gone? Alex asked softly. Vorin nodded. Many factors. Wars, disease, and natural disasters. But your awakening is not only about survival. It is about purpose. The galaxy faces threats, and your perspective, your creativity may help prevent disaster. Alex shook his head slightly. I don't know if I can do anything. I've been asleep for 20 years. I don't even know this world. Perhaps not, Vorin said. But humans have something the galaxy cannot replicate. Intuition, imagination, and courage. You may be the key to saving more than just your species. Alex fell silent. The weight of responsibility pressed on him, but underneath it, a spark of determination grew. If humans were nearly gone, he could not let their story end with him. Voren guided him to a platform overlooking the city. From there, Alex could see the full scale of Zephyr Station. Massive energy fields surrounded parts of the city, shimmering like invisible barriers. Large ships docked at stations, their hulls covered in intricate markings. Smaller craft zipped past, seemingly at impossible speeds. The sheer scale of civilization was overwhelming. Everything is advanced, Alex said, awe in his voice. Yes, Voren said, but it is fragile. Power struggles are everywhere. Some civilizations are greedy, seeking control over entire star systems. Others are cautious, trying to maintain peace, and soon, there may be war. Alex's mind raced. War, conflict, danger. Yet somehow he did not feel entirely afraid. Humans had survived countless challenges on Earth. Perhaps he could survive this too. Voren led him through crowded streets. Alex noticed that aliens communicated in ways he had never seen. Gestures, color changes in their skin, pulses of light from their bodies. Some creatures spoke in low tones, others in high-pitched notes. A few even emitted vibrations that made the air itself hum. It was confusing, but Voren's presence made him feel safe. They entered a plaza where dozens of alien scholars gathered around a large holographic display. Stars and planets rotated slowly, showing intricate maps of the galaxy. Alex could see points of conflict, trade routes, and territories marked in bright colors. These maps are used to monitor the galaxy, Voren explained. We observe conflicts, natural disasters, and opportunities for cooperation. Humans are not only rare, they are clever. Your ability to think differently may reveal solutions that others cannot see. Alex leaned closer to the hologram. He traced a line from one star system to another, imagining a path for supply ships. His mind worked quickly, noticing patterns in the traffic and energy flows that Voren might have missed. You notice things differently, Voren said, a hint of surprise in its voice. Yes, you may indeed help us. Alex felt a surge of confidence. Perhaps being human, something he had once thought ordinary, was exactly what made him special here. As they walked further into the city, Alex saw artifacts of human history. Strange depictions of Earth, recorded by aliens fascinated with human culture, were displayed in museums and public areas. Paintings of forests, oceans, and cities. Holograms of people walking on streets and playing games. Even music from Earth could be heard in certain plazas, faintly familiar yet slightly altered by alien technology. Alex stopped before a display of human children playing in a park. A hologram showed laughter and joy frozen in time. His chest tightened. This is beautiful, he whispered. Voren watched him closely. Humans were known for their creativity and joy, even in the face of difficulty. That spirit, it is what makes you valuable now. Alex continued exploring, absorbing the city, learning new things with every step. He realized that while the technology was advanced, it was the cooperation between different alien species that amazed him the most. Every being seemed to have a role, contributing to the city's function in a way humans on Earth had only dreamed of. By the time they returned to the station's central chamber, Alex felt exhausted, but alive. Voren had him sit at a console that displayed the galaxy in ways he had never imagined. Stars pulsed with energy. Planets rotated in perfect orbits, and faint lines connected systems showing trade, communication, and travel routes. You will need to understand this, Voren said. This is your new world. To survive, you must learn quickly, and to help, you must see patterns that others cannot. Alex nodded. I will try. Good, Voren said. But know this, your awakening is not merely for learning. There are threats approaching. The galaxy is changing, and you, human, may be one of the few who can make a difference. Alex stared at the holographic galaxy, feeling both small and powerful. The universe was vast, full of wonders and dangers, but he had a purpose now, a mission. And though he had been asleep for 20 years, his mind and spirit had awoken stronger than ever. For the first time since he opened his eyes, Alex allowed himself to hope. Humans might be rare, but their ingenuity, courage, and determination could still shape the galaxy, and he would be the one to prove it. The station hummed around him, a gentle reassurance. Voren's eyes glowed softly, a reminder that he was not alone. Together they would navigate this new galaxy, uncover its mysteries, and face whatever challenges lay ahead. And somewhere deep inside, Alex felt a quiet thrill. Adventure awaited, knowledge awaited, and perhaps a new chapter for humanity awaited as well. For Alex, the real journey had only just begun. Alex had spent weeks learning to navigate Zephyra Station. He had trained his body, mastering alien movements and adjusting to the subtle shifts in gravity that the station's design allowed. His mind was sharper, too, understanding alien languages, reading energy patterns, and interpreting complex holographic data. Yet nothing could prepare him for the news that would change everything. Foreign arrived one morning, its glowing eyes dimmed with concern. "Alex, I have news," it said quietly. "There are rogue factions moving through nearby star systems. They seek to seize power over key territories. If they succeed, the galaxy may fall into chaos." Alex frowned. "Rogue factions? How big are they?" "Large enough to challenge multiple civilizations. They have fleets, weapons, and strategies that many would find overwhelming, and yet, you, human, may have the skills to help prevent disaster." Alex's pulse quickened. The weight of Voron's words pressed heavily on him. He had just begun to understand this new world, and now he faced the possibility of war. Fear rose in his chest, but so did determination. Humans, he remembered, had survived far worse. I don't know if I can do it," he admitted. "I've only just begun to learn. I'm human." Voron's eyes glimmered softly. "Exactly. That is why you are important. Humans think differently. You see solutions where others see obstacles. You act when others hesitate. That is why your species is rare, and why you may be the key to maintaining balance." Alex nodded slowly. "Then what do we do?" Voron gestured to a large holographic table. It projected star systems, ships, and energy fields in vivid detail. "We must gather information first. Understanding the enemy is the first step. But I also want you to begin training in strategy. You will not fight alone. You will lead a small team, combining human intuition with alien expertise." For the next several days, Alex immersed himself in planning and training. He learned about alien combat strategies, energy weapons, and fleet coordination. He practiced simulations that tested his decision-making under pressure. At first, he struggled. The aliens were precise, logical, and sometimes inflexible. But Alex found his strength in creativity. He devised unexpected solutions, combining human problem-solving with alien technology in ways that amazed Voron. One evening, as Alex reviewed star maps, he noticed a pattern. Several rogue fleets were converging near a cluster of uninhabited planets. He traced their paths with his finger, connecting routes, timing movements, and predicting their next target. "Interesting," Voron murmured. "You see what others might miss. This is why humans are valuable." Alex felt a spark of pride. Even in a galaxy of advanced beings, his perspective mattered. He realized that being human, creative, intuitive, daring, was not a weakness but a strength. Days later, Alex met his team. A small group of aliens would accompany him on the mission. Lyra, a swift-winged scout with the ability to sense energy fluctuations. Keth, a large armored being whose strength was unmatched and whose loyalty was absolute. Sela, a brilliant strategist capable of processing vast amounts of data quickly. They gathered around the holographic map. Alex felt nervous but focused. He would be the bridge between alien logic and human intuition, guiding the team in ways none of them could predict. "The rogue fleets are organized," Sela explained. "They have captured several systems already. We must act carefully. One misstep and countless planets may fall." Alex studied the hologram. "What if we don't follow the obvious path?" he suggested. "If we predict their moves and use diversion tactics, we can trap them. They won't expect us to act creatively. They expect logic. We will use imagination." Voron's eyes glimmered with approval. "A human plan, yes, that is what I hoped you would contribute. Your instincts may save the galaxy." The team began planning. Alex proposed splitting forces temporarily, using decoys and creating holographic projections to confuse the enemy. The aliens, initially skeptical, soon recognized the brilliance of his approach. The plan relied on unpredictability, something humans excelled at and aliens often struggled to imagine. As they prepared, Alex reflected on how different this world was from Earth. He remembered quiet streets, simple meals, and the laughter of friends, yet he felt a sense of purpose here he had never known. Survival was no longer just about himself. It was about protecting countless civilizations. The day of the mission arrived. Alex and his team boarded a sleek, silent ship capable of extreme speed. The station's hum faded as they accelerated into space, leaving Zephyra behind. Stars streaked past them, and the blackness of space seemed endless. Alex watched the maps projected inside the ship, guiding their path. The rogue fleets were ahead, moving strategically, but Alex's human intuition gave them an advantage. They could anticipate attacks, avoid traps, and position themselves in ways the enemy could not predict. During the journey, Keth broke the silence. "Human, you are different. We follow logic, but you see paths that do not exist until you act." Alex smiled faintly. "We had to survive on Earth. Logic helps, but imagination keeps us alive." Lyra tilted her head, her wings fluttering softly. "I see it now. Your ideas are clever. Perhaps this is why your species was preserved." Sela, analyzing multiple streams of data, nodded. "Your intuition complements our calculations. Together we are stronger." Alex felt a surge of confidence. He realized that humans were not inferior, as some might have assumed. They were rare, yes, but essential. His instincts, creativity, and courage were what made him invaluable. As they approached the rogue fleets, the tension rose. Sensors detected dozens of ships all moving in coordinated formations. The enemy was powerful, disciplined, and relentless, but Alex's team was prepared. "Remember," Alex said quietly, "they expect us to act predictably. We will act differently. Trust the plan, trust each other, and stay flexible." The first phase of the operation began. Holographic decoys projected false fleets, drawing the enemy's attention. Keth led the frontal diversion, while Lyra and Sela monitored energy fluctuations, feeding real-time data to Alex. Alex directed movements, suggesting unpredictable maneuvers, sudden shifts, and unconventional approaches. The rogue fleet hesitated, unable to anticipate the strategy. One by one, their ships were isolated, captured, or rerouted without unnecessary violence. The battle was intense, yet Alex felt a strange exhilaration. Every decision mattered, every intuition tested. He relied on his instincts, his human creativity, and the trust of his alien companions. After hours of careful strategy, the rogue fleet began to retreat. Alex's unconventional tactics had succeeded. The galaxy had been spared destruction, at least for now. As the team returned to Zephyra, Vorin awaited them. Its eyes shone with pride and relief. "You have done well, Alex, your courage, your creativity. It has saved many lives." Alex looked out at the stars, feeling a sense of accomplishment. He had been asleep for 20 years, yet he had awoken to a universe in chaos and had made a difference. Humans may be rare, but their spirit endured. Their ingenuity, determination, and courage could still shape the galaxy. Vorin floated beside him. "The galaxy is changing. Threats will continue. But you, human, have proven that even in a world of advanced civilizations, humanity's unique qualities matter. Never doubt yourself," Alex nodded. "I won't. If humans are rare, then every action counts. I'll keep learning, keep helping, and keep finding ways to make a difference." The stars stretched endlessly before him. He felt small yet powerful. The galaxy was vast, full of wonders and dangers, yet he had a role, a responsibility. Humans may have been nearly extinct, but as long as he lived, their story would continue. And Alex knew one thing for certain. This was only the beginning. Alex and his team stood before the sleek silver hull of their ship, Starlight Vanguard. The air inside Zephyra Station's launch bay buzzed with energy. Engineers hurried past, finishing last-minute checks on systems while other alien crews prepared their vessels. The station had become a hive of controlled chaos, yet Alex felt calm. His mind was sharp, his body ready, and his heart filled with determination. "This is it," Vorin said, its luminous eyes fixed on him. "The rogue fleet has begun its next move. They aim to seize a cluster of inhabited systems. If we fail, millions may suffer. But I believe in you, Alex. You and your team may be the galaxy's hope." Alex swallowed, feeling both the weight of responsibility and the excitement of the challenge ahead. "We'll do our best," he said. "We won't let fear guide us." The team boarded the ship, each taking their stations. Lyra's wings folded neatly as she moved to navigation, her eyes scanning energy signatures across multiple star systems. Keth, massive and strong, positioned himself at the tactical console, ready to coordinate attacks or defenses. Sela hovered near the communication array, analyzing enemy patterns at lightning speed. Alex took the captain's seat, his hands hovering over controls he had learned to master in just weeks. The ship's engines hummed as it lifted off the bay, accelerating smoothly into open space. Stars streaked past the viewports as Starlight Vanguard reached incredible speeds. Alex's eyes were glued to the holographic display above the console, showing the enemy fleet's positions and predicted paths. "They're faster than we expected," Lyra said, her voice calm but tense. "They've split into multiple groups moving unpredictably." Alex leaned forward, studying the holographic patterns. "That's exactly what we need," he said thoughtfully. "They expect predictability. If we use the chaos to our advantage, we can divide and isolate them. Lyra, you and I will take a smaller path to flank the central group. Kathsela, you'll create diversions with the main forces." The team nodded, trusting his plan. Alex felt a surge of pride, not just in himself but in the cooperation between humans and aliens. His unique perspective, combined with their skills, gave them an edge the enemy could not anticipate. As they approached the first cluster of rogue ships, the battle began. Energy beams streaked across space, creating brilliant flashes of light. The rogue fleet fired relentlessly, confident in their numbers and coordination. But Alex's strategy was different. Using holographic decoys, they tricked enemy sensors into detecting phantom ships, drawing attacks away from the real team. "Focus on their patterns," Alex instructed. "Don't just react, predict. Watch how they respond to the decoys." Lyra's wings glowed faintly as she scanned enemy movements. "They're taking the bait," she confirmed. "The left flank is exposed." "Good," Alex said. "Kathsela, strike now. Hit their vulnerable ships before they can regroup." Keth's strength became evident as energy pulses blasted the rogue vessels. Scylla's calculations ensured precise timing, disrupting the enemy fleet's coordination. Alex guided the flanking maneuver with careful intuition, predicting where the remaining ships would move and adjusting their path accordingly. The battle raged for hours. Starlight Vanguard twisted and turned through space with remarkable agility, avoiding attacks while delivering counterstrikes. Alex's heart pounded with each decision, yet he remained calm, relying on instinct and experience. Every time the rogue fleet adapted, Alex found a new approach, using misdirection, speed, and creativity to stay ahead. At one point, a massive enemy ship broke through the decoys and aimed directly at the team's smaller flanking group. Alex's mind raced. The ship's energy shields were nearly impenetrable, but then an idea sparked. "Lyra, draw it closer to the nebula," he ordered. "Use the energy interference to weaken its shields. Keth, prepare the pulse cannon. Scylla, time the strike exactly when the shields drop." The plan worked flawlessly. As the rogue ship entered the nebula, its shields faltered under the interference. Keth fired the pulse cannon, striking the enemy ship and disabling it completely. Alex felt a thrill. Their teamwork, combined with his human intuition, had turned the tide. But the victory was temporary. A larger fleet approached, more organized and heavily armed. Alex's mind worked furiously. This time brute force would not win. He needed a new plan, one that used strategy and unpredictability. "Divide and confuse," he said aloud. "We'll split their attention, make them think we're retreating. Then we hit their weak points from multiple directions." The team executed the plan with precision. Holographic projections created phantom ships moving in different directions. Starlight Vanguard and its allies maneuvered behind the enemy lines, striking key ships that controlled communication and movement. Chaos erupted among the rogue fleet, their coordination collapsing under the unexpected tactics. Alex's heart raced. This was more than a battle. It was a test of every skill he had learned in the past weeks. He realized that being human, with creativity, intuition, and courage, was exactly what gave them the advantage. The aliens relied on logic and patterns, but he could think beyond them, see solutions that were invisible in traditional calculations. Hours passed, and the enemy began to retreat. The rogue fleets, battered and disoriented, fled toward uncharted space. Alex exhaled, relief washing over him. They had succeeded, not through brute force alone, but through clever thinking, trust, and teamwork. When the team returned to Zephyr Station, Vorin was waiting. Its eyes glowed warmly, filled with pride. "You have done it, Alex. Your plan, your courage, your creativity. It has saved countless lives. You have proven that humanity, though rare, is vital to the galaxy." Alex smiled, exhausted but satisfied. "We did it together. Humans may be rare, but anyone can make a difference if they try." Vorin nodded. "Indeed, and your actions will be remembered. You are not just a survivor. You are a symbol of hope. The galaxy needs that now more than ever." Later, Alex stood on the observation deck, gazing at the stars. The rogue fleets had been defeated, but the galaxy was vast and he knew challenges would continue to arise. Yet he felt stronger, more confident in his abilities and more certain than ever that humans had a unique role to play. His team joined him, and together, they watched the glow of distant stars. Lyra hovered beside him, her wings softly reflecting the light. "You led us well, Alex," she said. "We could not have done this without you." Keth placed a massive hand on Alex's shoulder. "Your intuition guided us. Humans are rare, yes, but you remind us why you were preserved." Sela smiled faintly. "And we learned that logic alone is not enough. Your creativity made the difference." Alex looked around at his companions, feeling a deep connection. Though they were different species, they had worked together seamlessly, combining strengths and covering weaknesses. It was a lesson he would carry forever, the value of cooperation, trust, and thinking beyond the obvious. Vorin approached, glowing softly. "There will be more threats, Alex. The galaxy is full of challenges. But today, you have shown that humans, with their unique perspective, can shape outcomes even in a universe of advanced civilizations." "Remember this lesson," Alex nodded. "I will, and I will continue to help. Humans may be rare, but our spirit can endure. And our story? It does not end here." As the team prepared for rest, Alex remained on the observation deck staring at the stars. He thought of Earth, of the friends and family he had lost, and of the humanity he carried within him. For 20 years he had slept unaware of the galaxy's wonders. Now he was awake and he understood something powerful. Even in a universe of aliens and advanced technology, human courage, creativity, and determination could shine brighter than any star. And Alex knew this was only the beginning. The galaxy awaited, full of mysteries, dangers, and opportunities. And he, human and rare, would face it all, using every bit of ingenuity and courage his species was known for. Alex floated in the observation deck, watching Zephyr Station glow against the endless black of space. The rogue fleets had been defeated, yet the galaxy remained vast and full of uncertainty. Even as relief settled in, he knew that peace was fragile and vigilance was necessary. Vorin approached, its eyes glowing with pride. "You have done what few thought possible, Alex. Your actions have saved countless civilizations. But this victory, it is only the beginning. The galaxy still needs humans." Alex nodded. "I understand. But how can humans make a difference when there are so few left?" "Because of you," Vorin said simply. "Your spirit, creativity, and courage. These are traits no technology can replicate. They inspire others. And inspiration is as powerful as any weapon." Alex felt a warmth in his chest. For 20 years he had slept, unsure if humanity would survive. Now he realized that even one human, properly guided, could shape the course of history. The station's alarms echoed softly, signaling incoming communications. Sela floated beside Alex, her glowing hands flicking through holographic screens. "We are receiving messages from multiple civilizations," she said. "They are asking for guidance, for assistance. News of your victory has spread quickly. They see humans as symbols of hope." Alex's eyes widened. "They see me as a symbol?" "Yes," Vorin confirmed. "Not just you, but your species. Humans are rare, yes, but your traits, thinking differently, finding creative solutions, are now respected across the galaxy. Others will follow your lead." Alex took a deep breath. "Then we must be ready. We can't just celebrate. We have to help them, guide them, ensure peace." Over the next few weeks, Alex worked tirelessly with Vorin and his team. They traveled to nearby systems, helping civilizations recover from the rogue fleet's attacks. Alex taught them human strategies, improvisation, creative problem-solving, and adaptive tactics that went beyond rigid logic. The aliens and other species quickly learned from him, integrating his methods with their own advanced technology. Everywhere he went, Alex could see the impact. Worlds that had been on the brink of despair now stood tall again. Trade resumed, alliances strengthened, and rogue factions that had survived became wary, knowing humans could alter outcomes in unexpected ways. Yet Alex did not let the victories cloud his judgment. He spent long hours studying maps of the galaxy, analyzing energy flows, fleet positions, and potential threats. Even as civilization celebrated, he worked quietly, preparing for the challenges that inevitably lay ahead. One evening, as the purple glow of Zephyr's artificial sunset filled the observation deck, Vorin joined him. "You have done more than survive, Alex. You have given hope to millions. Your species may be small in number, but your impact, it is immense," Alex smiled faintly. I never imagined I could matter this much. I always thought being human was ordinary. Voron's glowing eyes softened. Ordinary? No, Alex. Humans are extraordinary precisely because they can overcome fear, adapt to unknown challenges, and inspire others. You have proven this beyond question. Alex looked out at the galaxy, feeling a surge of purpose. His species may have been nearly extinct, but their story was far from over. He understood now that being human was not about numbers or strength. It was about courage, creativity, and the willingness to act when others hesitated. During their travels, Alex's team discovered an abandoned human colony on a distant planet. The settlement had been lost during one of the great wars that had devastated Earth centuries ago. Yet there were signs of life, remnants of civilization waiting to be reclaimed. This could be the start of something new, Alex said softly. If humans can survive here, maybe they can return to the galaxy in strength. Voron's eyes glimmered. Yes, your mission is not only to protect but to restore. Humanity's legacy must continue. You have proven that humans are capable of leadership, courage, and innovation. Now it is time to rebuild. Alex and his team worked tirelessly on the colony. They restored technology, cleared hazards, and taught any surviving humans how to survive and thrive. Over time, the colony grew into a small but vibrant hub, a beacon for the species that had almost vanished. Back on Zephyra Station, Alex addressed a gathering of interstellar leaders. Creatures from countless worlds filled the grand chamber, each representing a civilization that had benefited from his guidance. He spoke clearly, simply, and with conviction. Humans are rare, yes, but our value is not in numbers. Our strength is in creativity, courage, and the will to act when it matters most. We may be few, but we can still make a difference. We can inspire cooperation, protect the vulnerable, and ensure peace. That is the legacy of humanity. The chamber erupted in applause. Alex looked around, seeing admiration and hope in every face. He felt a deep pride, not for himself alone, but for humanity. Even after centuries of hardship, humans could still shape the galaxy's future. In the following months, Alex continued to travel between star systems, helping civilizations recover, negotiate, and prepare for the future. Each time he intervened, he left behind not just guidance but inspiration. Aliens and other species learned to value human intuition, creativity, and courage. Humans became symbols of hope, showing that even in a galaxy dominated by advanced technology, a single species could make a difference. One quiet evening, Alex returned to Zephyra Station. He stood on the observation deck, gazing at the stars stretching endlessly before him. The galaxy was vast, full of mysteries and challenges, yet he felt confident. He had seen firsthand that humanity's spirit could endure. Voron joined him, glowing softly in the twilight of the artificial sunset. You have accomplished more than anyone could have imagined, Alex. Humans, though rare, will be remembered not for their numbers, but for their impact. You have secured a place for your species in the galaxy's history. Alex smiled. It's not just me. It's all of us, humans, aliens, everyone working together. We've shown that cooperation and courage can overcome almost anything. Voron nodded. Indeed. And now the next generation of humans and aliens will carry this legacy forward. They will build, explore, and continue the story you have begun. Alex took a deep breath. He thought of Earth, of the friends and family he had lost, and of the humans he had helped restore on the distant colony. He realized that even in a universe so vast and alien, human qualities, creativity, courage, intuition, could shine brighter than any star. The galaxy was safe for now. But Alex knew there would always be challenges. He also knew that humans, though few, would never be powerless again. Their story had been preserved through him, and through him they had inspired hope across countless worlds. As he gazed at the stars, Alex felt a quiet thrill. Adventure awaited, knowledge awaited, and a future for humanity awaited as well, even after 20 years of sleep. He had awakened not only to live, but to lead, inspire, and ensure that the legacy of his species would endure. And for the first time in decades, Alex allowed himself to smile fully. He had awoken from a coma into a galaxy of challenges, and had emerged not just as a survivor, but as a hero, a symbol, and a beacon of hope. The stars stretched endlessly before him, and Alex knew that humanity's story had only just begun.